Josh and Terry in the morning. Ding.
Hi, Josh.
Hi, Terry.
How are you today?
I'm great, and I hope all our wonderful viewers are great too. Welcome to Josh and Terry in the morning.
Ding.
YDS's #1 morning show.
We have a crowd. They're yelling
We
at
do
us.
have a crowd. They're getting rowdy.
Oh no. Josh, tell me about how you drove the Archbishop of Canterbury out of business.
It's true. I caused Rowan Williams, the Archbishop of Canterbury, to contemplate retirement and actually make good on that threat.
Now, it wasn't actually you. It was actually all the Episcopalians.
Yeah, so you see, Terry and I are both students at Yale Divinity School. A wonderful theological place which houses an
With an awful
Episcopal
professor.
seminary. So every year, the senior Episcopalians who are preparing for ordination in the Episcopal Church take a pilgrimage, aka vacation, to Canterbury, England.
Wow, that sounds like a great time. England has to be really fun.
It was a great time. It rained.
It rained.
England apparently rains a lot in March.
What?
That's an objection for our Dennis Turner, our beloved English professor of theology. But Rowan Williams was there trying to have a pleasant, low-key church service and was swarmed by 20 American seminarians. We descended upon him, yea, like a biblical cloud of locusts. We picked his carcass dry, posed for numerous photos, and I think really ruined his Sunday off.
Did you hug him?
I already said no.
Why didn't you hug him?
I shook his hand.
That's
I
close.
haven't. This hand touched Rowan Williams' hand and hasn't been washed since. But I think we were the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
After dealing with all the challenges of the Anglican Communion, the threat of schism, really being mobbed by Americans was just the last thing you could take.
What else is new, Josh?
Well, YDS has a new dean, I hear.
Yes. It's exciting.
Our current dean, Harry Attridge, was made a Sterling professor, and our new dean's name is Sterling. Isn't that funny? What a coincidence.
Oh,
I'm sure it's going to be very confusing.
It is.
But there has been a little bit of an uproar over the new appointment of the dean, hasn't there, Terry?
Yes, people seem to be very disappointed that we've appointed yet another old white guy with a beard.
Well, are there people other than old white men with beards who work in academia? Inquiring minds want to know.
I can't think of any. Now,
It seems like at least 90% of academics I know are
old men
with
with
beards.
Yeah. Bernie McGinn, old man, beard.
John Dominic Crossan,
Old man,
and no beard. but-
Irish.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Irish
cool.
is like having a beard.
Yeah.
Rowan Williams. Rowan Williams is going to become the master of Magdalen College. He's an old white man with a very big beard.
And very big.
eyebrows.
And eyebrows.
I
yeah.
saw those eyebrows in person. They're majestic, like antlers.
Yes.
I think
They're a
that-
sign of his virility.
I think once you become an archbishop in the Church of England, your eyebrows grow each year, much like a stag's antlers.
That makes sense. He's a 13-point buck at the moment.
It's true. He better not go to the South. He might be shot.
That's true. He should always wear orange.
Right.
Or at least magenta.
And never spend time with Dick Cheney.
No. Apparently they replaced his heart because the older one was full of evil.
Terry, it wasn't a replacement. It was installed for the first time.
Oh, that's wonderful.
In other news, George W. Bush is still waiting for his brain.
Oh. That one went flat.
It did. I thought that would kill at Yale. But we have to remember, George is an alumnus.
It's true. And he's also a member of Opus Dei or whatever they call it. Oh no, I'm a member of Opus Dei.
You're a member of Opus Dei.
Oh, dear.
George was a member of Skull and Bones.
That's like Opus Dei, but for rich kids.
Do they make you sleep in a coffin to become a member of Opus Dei?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I mean, you're both sinister secret organizations. I've learned that from Dan Brown.
And Dan Brown is true.
It's true. If it wasn't true, they wouldn't let him print it.
Amen.
Now I think it's time to go to Chris, YDS's #1 weather girl, for an update on the weather.
Chris!
Guten Morgen, America. Well, I can say that brr, it's cold. As you can tell from this sweater, this trendy sweater that I'm wearing. Right now in New Haven, it is 52 degrees outside and partly cloudy. In other news, we've had quite the weather extreme in New England this year, going from the 80s earlier this week to the possibility of snow in Upper Connecticut, Western Massachusetts, and all of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Wow, that's crazy. In other news, did you know that Salvador Dali, the famous surrealist artist, had an ocelot named Babu? He did. Back to you, Josh and Terry.
Thanks, Chris. Gee, Terry, I hope our upcoming snow isn't the wrath of an angry and vengeful god.
I don't know where to go with that.
I also didn't know that Salvador Dali owned an ocelot.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a type of predatory cat found in Texas, where I'm from. In fact, I think it's Texas' official hunting cat.
That sounds exciting.
That's a cat that hunts, not a cat that you hunt. Ocelots are an endangered species.
So remember to get your pet spayed or neutered.
It's true.
But not your ocelots.
Ocelots. You should, if you have a pet ocelot, in the interest of being a good steward of the environment, which God has given us dominion over, you should not spay or neuter them.
No. As a matter of fact, you should have little ocelot orgies. Bring them together. Just let them go for it, because they are in danger.
Moving right along.
Back to Josh and Terry in the morning.
Ding.
And we're here with our best friend, Whitney Waller.
Hi guys.
Hi, Whitney. Tell us about yourself.
I'm pretty good. Not a lot to report about myself personally. I'm at school today. I just have one class. So,
Oh, what class is that?
exegesis of Luke, but in English because I don't know any dead languages.
Because it's all Greek to me.
Oh.
That
That's-
wasn't funny.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Greek is tough.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun.
Who teaches that class?
Jeremy Bolton.
I hear he's dreamy.
I hear he's sexually attractive.
I don't know.
I think that's a yes.
Just based on the
Yeah.
way you turn red.
No.
You're as pink as his shirt.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's true. I think Whitney may be hot for teacher.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you're hot for a teacher, and this is embarrassing because right now I'm thinking about how he's probably going to see this.
He will not see this.
Why would Jeremy Holden ever watch this?
This would be a travesty.
This is all we do in class is watch YouTube videos.
Is
Really?
it?
Oh dear. That's going to be unfortunate.
That was a lie.
Okay.
This is Yale, not like
Vassar.
TCU.
Princeton.
Oh. I see you guys went with more legitimate school choices. I was just
Well,
you're
Well,
not
I
your
don't
alma
think
mater.
Princeton is ever a legitimate school choice.
No.
That's
Do you?
true.
I think the key to making Princeton legitimate is to say it over and over when you introduce yourself.
Well, that's how I've seen every Princeton grad act.
Yeah, and they wear orange, which is an ugly color.
I heard they have promiscuous sex there, so.
I hear
They
they
have-
drink a lot,
Yeah.
Well.
And they
which
have
probably
promiscuous
causes the promiscuous sex.
It looks kind of like this.
Or the promiscuous sex causes the drinking. Princeton students, pretty ugly.
It's true.
Yeah. So
They're
are
not
those-
Yale.
So are Yale students. Is that what you were gonna say?
No.
That's
No,
true.
no.
I did ask you to try and come out and find love at Gypsy the other night, and you refused. Is that why?
You refuse to find love, Terry?
I didn't want to catch an STD or STI.
That's
They're-
true.
they're
They're
called
both there. They're both
Wait, but
there.
is that the same thing?
Yeah, kind of.
I think they're
Some
called
are-
STIs now.
I think it's like I think it's like squares and rectangles. Like all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squares.
It's like all
STDs are STIs, but not all STIs are STDs because they're not always a disease. Sometimes just an infection.
Sometimes it just throw the Viagra at it. That's
no.
not what
I think you mean penicillin.
Yeah. Hey, throwing
We
the
learned
Viagra-
something
If you
new
are
every
using
day.
Viagra and penicillin interchangeably, that is dangerous.
No, it is, and I think it would also lead to a lot of turgid conversations.
At Josh and Terry in the Morning, we want to let you know, for your own medical safety, that if you would experience an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you need to seek medical help immediately.
And a high five.
Woo!
Josh and Terry in the morning.
Ding.
Ding. The ding is important, Whitney. Do
Why
you know
is
why?
that?
Well, you see, technically, if Terry and I didn't add the ding to our jingle, we could be sued for copyright infringement. But as our hero, Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby, taught
What?
us,
Oh.
if you change something slightly, it's not copyright. Just like he didn't rip off Under Pressure from Queen.
Because it goes dun 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 dun.
Dun da da dun da da dun dun dun. Not dun da da dun da da dun dun. Dun da da dun da da dun dun.
That's under
It's
pressure.
very different. Well, what would y'all be ripping off if you didn't have a ding?
I have no idea.
I don't know
Just in
either.
case?
Yeah, just in case.
Just in case.
What if
Some show
someone-
no one's ever heard of that's about to be canceled. Unlike Josh and Terry in the morning.
Which we cannot be canceled. Oh, thank you. I
Oh.
like a mean ding me.
I was. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, you did ding. That was just a statement of fact. That wasn't anything sexual.
All right. Well, thank
Kind
you.
of.
It was kind of. Well, now, before you leave, do you want to do our new shtick in which we read
I would love to.
delightful and
Whitney is going to do an interpretive reading of a Craigslist ad that speaks to her heart.
It does. This one is for Shalita? Question mark? Sheila P. We used to hang out a lot in the early 90s on House Street. Would like to touch base with you again. That's it. So Sheila,
That was deep.
if you're watching, there's a 43-year-old male in New Haven who's probably been spending a lot of time on House Street
Yeah.
looking for you.
Just,
It's not weird.
It's
fine.
beautiful.
it's amazing.
It's fine.
I believe in true love again, thanks to this Sheila.
Take a friend.
All right. Thank you so much for being on our show,
Yeah, thanks
Whitney.
for letting
Thank
me
you.
waste some time.
It was-
Josh and Terry in the Morning is brought to you by...
We're drinking refectory coffee. It's delicious. In our mugs, which you can buy from our Cafe Press store.
Does-
cafepress.com// Josh and Terry.
Either one. Just try it and see what happens.
I think it's a //
Is it a // Either way, you can buy a song with my face on it. And that's delightful.
Straight from your lips to God's ears, Terry.
You too can be in the studio audience. Josh and Terry in the Morning will be right back.
And welcome to Josh Does Interpretive Readings of Craigslist Misconnections. Our ad today is entitled, To the Cute Girl Smoking a Cig Outside the Criterion Downtown. I was walking back to my car with takeout. You were smoking a cigarette in a little alcove outside the Criterion. It was just after 11. You were really cute, and I said hi. I really wanted to talk, but I didn't want to eat cold takeout. That's beautiful. I'm going to need a moment.
That was erotic and deep.
Josh and Terry in the morning. Ding.
Well, welcome back.
Now we're off to Chris, our weather girl, for an
Girl.
update on the traffic.
Chris, how's it at?
It's bad.
Is it just bad? Do you have anything else?
It's bad, especially by the Q Bridge, as always.
Okay. Give it
So what would you tell commuters this morning?
Don't drive.
Have there been any accidents?
Probably. How should I know? I don't have access to the weather. Wait, no, of course I have access to the weather. I don't have access to the traffic.
Do you want to shoot that again?
Nope.
Thanks for that update, Chris. That was singularly unhelpful.
No, I in fact do not want to drive a car anymore at all.
But do you think Chris was making an existential statement about our need to protect the environment?
Nope.
No?
Thanks for that clarification,
Thank
Chris.
It's a deep theological point, though.
I'm sure it is. We do need to be stewards of the earth,
It's true.
over which God has given us dominion.
To use and plunder for our own good and will.
All right, Josh and Terry in the morning will be back soon.
Welcome back to Josh and Terry in the Morning.
Terry,
Ding.
what did we learn today?
We learned that just because you make awesome mugs available at cafepress.com / Josh and Terry does not mean you actually know how to make a morning show.
It's true. These are awesome mugs.
There's a lot of creative energy in these mugs, which definitely did not go into the show.
It's true, but I think we pulled something fabulous out of the burning wreckage.
It's true. It's sort of like the one person who survives a 13-car pileup.
Oh,
That was sad.
if you've made it this far, we'll be back next week with more Josh and Terry in the morning.
Ding. Because we have nothing to do. Nothing whatsoever.
And neither do you. Good morning, America.
And have a good evening.
Good night.
3 little maids from school are we, filled to the brim with girlish glee?